It's been one of the more action-packed weeks throughout the entire season for athletics. We had the World Championships, which were just unbelievable, 9 straight days of action, and we had some of the best performances that we have seen. Also, following this year's World Championships, we are officially about to dive into Diamond League dominance. We have the Zurich Diamond League meeting on August 31st, we have the Xiamen Diamond League meeting in China on September 2nd, and even though this has been amazing, we've seen incredible track and field action for the past week or so, we now officially need to look forward to September 24th, because believe it or not, this year's Berlin Marathon is just around the corner, and Eliud Kipchoge, once again, is looking to make a very special kind of history. Now, believe it or not, Kipchoge still has yet another huge goal on his mind, and that is winning a 5th Berlin Marathon title, which is something that no man before him has ever done. Now, this 4-time title has been achieved by not just Kipchoge, but Haile Gebrselassie, who actually managed to achieve this 4-time crown in 4 consecutive seasons, so that is certainly something that Kipchoge wants to improve upon. And when you look back at what Kipchoge has done here, you realize that he just might be unbeatable. At least that's what many people think. He's broken the world record here on 2 occasions, in 2018, and of course last season in 2022. He's run some of the most consistent and insane splits that you will ever see, and also, he is using this year's Berlin Marathon, in his words, as preparation moving into next year's Paris Olympics. Now, in addition to already holding 4 titles in the Berlin Marathon, Kipchoge's goal in the Paris Games is to win 3 consecutive Olympic finals over the 26.2-mile distance, which is something that nobody, male or female, has ever done. To this day, only 2 athletes have ever successfully defended their marathon crown, and these 2 include Bakila from Ethiopia and Chip Karski from Germany. Now, there's really nothing more that Kipchoge has to prove, but if you have your eyes set on a goal and you can stay focused and disciplined, you can honestly do anything, and that is part of Kipchoge's mantra, which is that no human is limited. Right now, Kipchoge is doing his typical training. He's running well over 100 miles each week, which equates to just over 170 kilometers. He's doing about 3 workouts per week, including 1 fartlek, 1 long run, and of course a speed session on the track. And beyond that, he has basically done what he has done for the past decade, which is stay focused, stay disciplined, and lead a very simple lifestyle. Now, the story of Kipchoge took off to an international audience in 2019 when he broke the 2-hour barrier in the Ineos 159 Challenge. I think this was really the peak marketing of Kipchoge throughout the entire world. In fact, it was probably the peak marketing of the marathon distance itself. We need to remember that Kipchoge not only was on billboards all over the globe pushing that no human was limited, but he had the absolute greatest set of pacers in the history of running. There was Jakob Ingebrigtsen, in fact there was the Ingebrigtsen brothers, there was Bernard Lagat, there was Matthew Centrowitz, there was Suleiman Barega. Literally everyone was here. It was just something from another world, and I think Kipchoge has honestly held himself to an extremely respectable standard since that time. This kind of fame was not something that a marathon athlete honestly ever reaches, and yet he has still stayed disciplined and stayed focused, and he has done incredibly well since. Since this massive production of a sub-2-hour marathon, Kipchoge has once again won the Olympic title in 2021, he won the Tokyo Marathon in 2022, and he also broke the world record in the 2022 Berlin Marathon. There's honestly nothing that this man has not achieved, aside from winning Boston and New York, and perhaps he still wants to do that in his future, as he did state that he wants to win all 6 of the marathon majors. But the only thing that could really keep him from achieving that goal right now is looking at next year's Olympics, which the Olympic Games are the single most important event for an athlete in the sport of athletics. And Kipchoge knows this, so running Berlin in pursuit of a 5th title could potentially lead to something amazing once again. Some people are talking world record, but I think running close to 2 hours and 1 minute just might be beyond his reach at this point. But then again, this is Kipchoge, so if he goes out at a good pace and can hold his form over the final half marathon, we once again could be in for something very special. And if he does run this race and win, I think that confidence is going to push into next year's Olympics and expect him to do great things in Paris once again. Now, the very, very interesting thing about next year's Olympics is that Kipchoge's first ever senior world title actually came in Paris. All the way back in 2003, at just 18 years of age, Kipchoge won the senior men's 5,000 meters, outkicking 2 of the greatest athletes of all time, Kenenisa Bekele from Ethiopia and Hicham El Guerrouj from Morocco. Incredibly, this 5,000 meters still stands as the championship record at 12:52, 1:29.79. And if he can win in next year's Paris Olympics, it will be a 21-year gap from his first world title to his last. Kipchoge is king for a reason, and I honestly expect him to do great things for the next 2 seasons. Thanks for watching, everyone, and as always, until next time.